I was able to trade in a lot of books at Second and Charles, and in return get a lot of books to grow my collection. So stay tuned to find out what I got. Hey everyone, welcome into another haul video. So welcome into haul video number 129. At the time of this recording, it's the week after Thanksgiving. So I hope everyone who celebrates Thanksgiving had a great Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's been a great holiday season so far for me. I hope you guys are having a great time, spend time with your family as well, wherever you are out there. We're having a great day, great week, great month. But anyways, I'm really excited to do another haul here for you guys today. So as I mentioned at the top of the call, wow, thinking about work. Top of the video, I did go to Second and Charles again, so I'll kind of explain that in the comic book section. Ordered a bunch of sets here for Lego. Unfortunately, no cards again for this haul video. Just haven't had an opportunity to find some out there. But yeah, really excited to go over this haul. A lot of good stuff that I've been looking to pick up for a little bit here, and was able to find some of the stuff for a good sale. So we'll go through that. But yeah, let's start as always with the comic books. Alright guys, welcome into the comic book section here for haul video number 129. So as I mentioned, I did go to Second and Charles this past weekend with my girlfriend. We had to go down there to get a few things. We went to Newark, Delaware again. That's where, or not really Newark, Delaware. I don't know where it is. But we went to Delaware, where they had Second and Charles, went to the Christiana Mall, got lunch. It was the day after Black Friday, so we went down there and stopped in the Lego store. Surprisingly, didn't buy anything. There just wasn't anything that I was looking to buy right now. This honestly kind of a dead zone now from now until Christmas. There's really not a lot of releases at all, so funny enough there. But yeah, we went to Second and Charles. I traded in a bunch of stuff. I traded in a bunch of comics that I was looking to part with in my collection, just stuff that I either wasn't going to read or stuff that I realized I had collected somewhere else, and obviously didn't want to have double dipping, or things that I read and didn't really have an attachment to keep and hold on to. Yes, believe it or not, I do sell back some stuff that I read. Probably another series here that I'm looking to get rid of as well. Is Die. I read the series, I enjoyed it, but I am definitely not going to reread it. I don't think. I wouldn't say I even enjoyed it. I would say it was pretty meh. Like, I didn't really follow a lot of what's going on, and it just seemed very convoluted in my opinion. So yeah, hit me up if you're interested in it. I have all 4 trade paperback volumes. But anyways, yeah, I guess before I get into my haul here, I do want to talk about what I'm reading this week. So currently 15 issues away from finishing up the 3rd Invincible compendium. So you can see behind me the first 2. I am closing in on this series, and I have loved it so far. This is honestly the fastest read I've ever had in my life. I have read 130 issues in the span of 2.5 weeks, which for me is really crazy pace in my personal reading. I know my friends who read faster than that, and with work and everything else that I have going on, it's kind of hard for me to sit down and read like for an extended period of time. But I do find ways to work it into my routine. But yeah, really, really loving the series. I won't spoil it for anybody who hasn't read it yet, but it's so good. I highly recommend it. Even if you're not a superhero fan, I think you'll still enjoy this. But yeah, there's that. So really excited to read that, and currently thinking about what I want to read next. I mean, technically Invincible is a superhero book, so I might want to take a break from that and read some other non-superhero related comics. Thinking about Sweet Tooth, that might be one I jump into because I really like Jeff Lemire. But it's kind of nice to not know where I'm going next, right? I mean, I'm kind of in a lull period right now. No real releases of movies or TV shows in the next couple of months related to superheroes. I think the next thing we have coming up on the docket is Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania in February, which I've read about 90% of my collection of Ant-Man. The only thing I have left to read there is Irredeemable Ant-Man. So I'll probably read that the week before the movie comes out. But yeah, otherwise I'm just trying to catch up on some series that I'm gonna read. And I guess another thing to talk about too, I'm sorry if this intro's really long, but another thing to think about too with Invincible is if I'm gonna watch the Amazon Prime show or not. I don't have Amazon Prime, unfortunately, but I might try to find a way to watch it. Maybe I'll get Prime and just do it that way. I don't know, but I would really like to watch the show now to see kind of how it compares to the comic. I really would be curious to see like these characters come to life on the screen and see how that works. But yeah, anyways, long intro aside, we'll get into this stuff here. So again, trade in a bunch of comics and movies that I, wanted to get rid of, just stuff in my collection. So I was able to actually purchase this whole pile of books, I think, basically for free. I don't think I had to pay anything for these, which was good. So we'll go through that. Starting off our pile here, we have the thumbnail to this video, which is Aquaman. So this Second and Charles I was at was actually running a sale for DC trades. They were buy two, get one free. So I picked up a bunch. I have a couple more here that I'll show in this haul, but picked up four Aquaman trades. This is the Rebirth volume of Aquaman. I picked up volumes 3, 4, 5, and 6. All of them were only priced around like $7 each, which was a pretty good steal in my opinion. This first one here, volume 3, is Crown of Atlantis. This collects issues 16 through 24 of Aquaman. All these are written by Danny Abnett, so that's really kind of why I'm going full hog into this series, because I really like Danny Abnett as a writer. I've liked a lot of the stuff he did at Marvel, and I'm really excited to see here what he did with Aquaman. So there's that. Next volume we have here is volume 4, Underworld. You can kind of see here, this collects issues 25 through 30 of Aquaman. Nice little splash page going on there. This is honestly the only Aquaman stuff I have. I don't have any interest in going back and collecting like early Silver Age Aquaman. I just don't think that's going to be fun to read. Next one here we have is volume 5. We have numbers 31 through 33 of the series here, and the annual number 1 for this. So you can see here some more interior work here. And then we get volume 6, which is issues 34 through 38 of Aquaman. And I'm honestly not sure how far this goes. I don't know if we have more volumes of this afterwards or if it got canceled or whatever, but regardless, really excited to pick these up for cheap. And, again, that's, like I said, it's pretty much my Aquaman shelf. I don't really have much else to collect there. Obviously, if anyone out there has any recommendations on Aquaman stories, would love to hear them, but yeah, certainly not going out of my way to find more Aquaman stuff. I want to read this, see if I like the character, and if I don't like. I'm kind of working, like I said, I think I might have said this in other haul videos, but I want to work backwards with DC. I want to try out a lot of the more recent runs, see if I like the characters, and then continue to work back from there. So there's that. All right. Stop the presses. I did pick up some Marvel trades. It seems like the last couple times I've been to stores, I very rarely, if ever, picked up Marvel trades. And one of them here I picked up was the second volume of Bendis's Defenders trade paperback. This collects issues 6 through 10 of the 2017 series. So this is obviously a cash grab, I think, to kind of promote the Netflix show that was coming out at the same time, or around the same time, or maybe a year or so before the show actually came on Netflix. But yeah, I had the first volume for a while here. I had it for like maybe 3 years, just never picked up the second one. Couldn't find it really anywhere, and went ahead and picked this up for $5, which I thought was a pretty good deal. So I think it's only a 10 issue series. I don't think it goes further than that. So yeah, we'll give this will be a quick read. The next book I picked up here was a mini series that I believe I'm certain I did. I read while I was on the Crackle Comics podcast with Mike and Vince. And I believe I started this series. I don't think I finished reading it. I could be wrong. I guess I'll find out when I read it, and I'm like, oh, that sounds familiar. And that series is The Invisible Woman, Partners in Crime. This collects issues 1 through 5 of that series. And this is kind of like a solo story here with Invisible Woman. The art here is, I really like. This art is by Mattia de Elise. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. But yeah, really good interiors going on here. I like the art. It's different, I guess I'll say. So there's that. But yeah, this is kind of like one of those throwaway volumes that, you know, I think this is a very quick read. I mean, I'll finish this by in a day. So nice to have. I like having some of those smaller trades to kind of palate cleanse, especially after a long readathon of Invincible. It's nice to just read something very small, very contained, and just move on to something else. Not that I don't enjoy Invincible, it's just like a different dish, right? It's like food, right? Like one night you want tacos, the next night you want sandwiches. I don't know why I mentioned those two. Those are kind of stuff I like to eat, I guess, but yeah, regardless, that's how it is. So, all right, moving on here. Picked up another DC trade that for the longest time eluded me, and I could not find it at a store. I wasn't really actively looking for it as much as I probably should have been. But a while back, I bought the second volume of this character's Rebirth series, and just never found the first volume, but now I found it, and that is Nightwing. This collects issues 1 through 4, as well as 7 through 8 of the series. So I've heard a lot of good things about this. This came out, I think, around 2016, 2017. I've heard a lot of good things from my friends about this series, and even now, so more, the newer Nightwing series that's come out is actually pretty good too. I've heard a lot of praise for that too. Might have to end up getting that at some point as well, but yeah, went ahead and picked this up for $8, which is about half off of cover. You can see here some interiors if I didn't show that already, but yeah, really happy to get that, pick that up. It's interesting because Nightwing, I was on the fence of if I wanted to sell that second trade or not, because I wasn't finding the first trade. But I'm so glad I waited, and now I can continue to collect this series. And my collection is definitely filling up now of Rebirth trades. I've definitely picked up a lot within the last year, I would say, or so. So really happy to have that. Next book I picked up here was another volume I needed for my Powers collection, and that is volume 11 of Powers. Titled Secret Identity. Got this for $6. They had volume 13 there, but it was kind of expensive. I mean, obviously it wasn't full price, but it was half off, and the trade was $25 and it was $12. I'm like, I don't think I really want to spend that. So I'll come back and I'll see if I can find it somewhere else. I mean, I think after this, I only have 3 more volumes left to get. I think it only goes up to volume 14, if I'm not mistaken. This collects issues 19 through 24 of the second volume of Powers. So I'm assuming it got rebooted or, renumbered or whatever. So you can see here some interiors. Really like the art style in this. I think that's half of what's drawn me to this, but obviously having Bendis on as writer has intrigued me, right? I mean, overall, I very much like Bendis's work for writing. Obviously his foray at DC is a little debatable right now. People don't think it's as good as his Marvel work, but everything I've read from him, I've been very much pleased with to read. So we'll be very excited to read this. This is And it's nice because it's a long series, so I'm really excited to see how Bendis develops these characters. You know, obviously, I have some experience of reading long runs from Bendis before, Ultimate Spider-Man, stuff like that. Still got to get into the New Avengers stuff too at some point, but I have faith that it will be decent at the very minimum. So there's that. All right, next trade here I picked up another DC Rebirth trade, and that is Superman Volume 4, Black Dawn. This collects issues 20 through 26 of Superman Rebirth. And again, picked this up because I'm a big Peter Tomasi fan. I've read some of his, I think, Detective Comic stuff a couple years back. And yeah, really pumped to read this. I love his writing style. I think it's very fluid. It moves. His storytelling is very, again, very dynamic. I really enjoyed, again, like I said, his Detective Comic stuff. So I'm sure that a lot of that same technique will come over into this book. So really excited to read this. So now I have the first 4 volumes of Superman Rebirth. I don't know how long he's on the book for. I guess I'll have to just keep collecting these volumes and find out. But one thing I will give DC credit for with this is that they look so good on the shelf. They're all uniform. They all look the same. So they look very nice. They're very presentable on the shelf. So thank you, DC, for that. So there's that. And lastly here, picked this volume up for half off, and I'm going to try to find the second volume of this on in-stock trades at some point, and that is That Texas Blood by Chris Condon and Jacob Phillips, Sean Phillips' son. So yeah, very interested in this book. I did read a couple of the first issues, I think, on the podcast with Mike and Vince until I dropped off the book. Honestly, I don't know why I dropped off the book. This series looks very nice. I mean, obviously, the artwork here is very much inspired from his dad's work, but I will say that Jacob does have his own style to it, I think. This collects issues 1 through 6 of the series, I believe. But yeah, this is a very stylistic book. I'm really excited to see kind of how the story goes. I think we're up to volume 3 now. Volume 3, I think, has been solicited. Volume 2 is available. It's on my IST wish list, as I mentioned, so I got to get around to picking that up. But yeah, got this for over half off, so that's a pretty good deal. So that's my comic haul here, guys. I mean, a lot of smaller trades, as I mentioned, nothing too big this week. I do have some in-stock trades orders that are coming. One of them actually got canceled on me, so I'll talk about that here real quick. I ordered the Ex Machina Omnibus, and unfortunately, about 5 days after I ordered it, I was informed that the item was out of stock, and that they wouldn't be restocking anytime soon. So I fortunately got refunded for that, but that really is a bummer, especially considering that I sold my volume 1 of Ex Machina trade paperback to Second and Charles with the assumption, this was before I found out that the book got out of stock, so that sucks. But I'll just wait around and see if it comes up for a sale again. You know, I'm not in a huge rush to read Ex Machina, but I would love to dig my teeth into that at some point. I've heard a lot of good praise about that too, so we'll find that eventually. But yeah, I have some other in-stock trades orders that are close to being shipped. A lot of them are just being hung up by like one book that's has not been brought in to be sent out yet. So there's that. But yeah, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this segment. Sorry it's so long, but I hope you guys enjoyed watching this part of the video. Alright guys, welcome into the Lego section here for haul video number 129. So yeah, this is I would say a pretty sizable Lego haul here. Picked up some stuff from Amazon, Walmart, Lego.com, and I think those are the 3 spots. So we'll go through them here. First thing I picked up, one of these orders was to get me to a promo set that I have yet to receive, but I'll show that in another video. So I picked up a Super Mario character pack here for Series 5. So we'll give this a build at some point and see what that is. I will put that right here. Next up here, we have a couple of character packs. So stuff that I'm looking to get because I believe all these may be retiring at the end of this year. So I wanted to grab them while they were still available. First one here is the Defense on Hoth character pack. So I do have, I think 2 of these. I picked up another one, again, just to kind of get me to a free shipping amount and also to get me some points for a promo that I was looking to get. I'm very tempted to keep this sealed. I know it's not going to go for much later on because, you know, these characters are not really, like, notable or anything like that, but it would be nice to have one of these sealed. I'm not in any rush to open this up and put it with the rest of my Hoth army, so we'll see. These next 2 I picked up primarily for investment. I did purchase both of these sets a while back. One of these actually 2 years ago at this point, or almost 2 years ago at this point. But I am purchasing these to keep them sealed and in my sealed collection here, mostly because the character packs do have a good selection of figures that I feel might be, you know, notable to have, nice to sell it down the line. The first one here is the Lego 40454 character pack here for Spider-Man. And this has the Venomized Iron Man, has Spider-Man, has Venom, and it also has the Venomized Spider-Ham, which I believe that Spider-Ham is exclusive to this set. I could be wrong. I think one of these figures is. I don't think the Iron Man is. But yeah, went ahead and picked this up because, again, I'm pretty sure this is retiring at the end of this year, so I wanted to grab that while I still could. I think the character packs are a nice investment piece for my collection. The next one here is the Infinity Saga 40525 Endgame Battle character pack. Again, I already picked one of these up, but really nice to have Thor, Korg, Valkyrie, Meek, and a Chitauri Warrior. I want to say that Korg may be exclusive to this set, or maybe Meek isn't, but, you know, just a great selection of figures for a really cheap price, and I definitely think I can get this. I can probably resell this for double the price in a couple of years, you know, whenever I need that money. We'll see, but yeah, really, really cool to pick one of these up again, and just really like the packaging on these sets. I you know, this was kind of one of those last sets that had this packaging on them, and then they went to, you know, a different type, but I think that's really cool. So yeah, we'll keep those sealed and put them away in the sealed collection here, which is slowly building for me. Yeah, it's getting there. All right, moving on here. I picked up another set here. This is a promo set that LEGO did for VIP weekend. I will say the VIP weekend and the Black Friday weekend for LEGO really sucked. In terms of promotions, it was really, really bad. I mean, the lowest threshold to get like an actual, like, legitimate promo was like $170 or something, and I'm not counting the poly bags and the cookie cutter things. Those were crap. I mean, honestly, like, it's almost to the point where it's insulting, like what LEGO gives us for promos these days, and to have to spend so much to get so little, it's like, what's the point, right? Like, why am I like it came to the point where I asked myself, like, why should I spend this much money for this, right? It doesn't make sense. But this set I picked up because LEGO also did promos during Black Friday and VIP weekend, where if you used a certain amount of VIP points, you could basically redeem them to get a set for free. And that was this promo set 6432434, the dragon, like, ride or whatever. Comes with a minifigure and a nice little build there. And as much as it pangs me to not be able to open this up and build it, I will keep this sealed because, again, I just don't really have a place to put this in my collection, and I think it's best just to keep it sealed. And, you know, it's interesting because I was at a Lego convention back in October for my birthday. My girlfriend took me there. And just to look around and see how much these types of sets were going for at those conventions, it just further drove home the point to me that like I need to keep these sealed because I definitely, for me at least, it makes sense to keep this sealed because I just don't have any, I don't plan to display this at all or anything like that. Like there's no value I have in this other than trying to potentially flip this in the future and make a lot of money, especially since the fact that I got this for free. So yeah, I've been slowly hoarding a lot of the promos I've gotten from Lego, and I definitely think that those are the ones that are definitely going to sell well because it's not like it's a direct-to-consumer set where like there's a crap ton available. Like Lego only made a certain amount for a certain amount of time, and the longer it goes, the more rare they become, right? So I think, and also by that virtue, it becomes more expensive. So I definitely am trying to get a little bit smarter in how I invest with Lego. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. Next set I picked up here, again, was a set to get me to a certain VIP points to redeem for another promo set, which again, you'll see in the next video. And that set is the Spider-Man buildable figure here. This is very interesting. Obviously Lego started this year with releasing the Iron Man buildable figure, which I have. I think it's a pretty decent set. It's still on sale at the time of this recording if you want to go pick it up for $31 or whatever it is. But yeah, I was really interested to see Lego announce these sets coming out here for Spider-Man. So they released 3. They released the Venom one, which I already built and is actually displayed here in my collection. The Miles Morales Spider-Man, and then this one. The Venom one was a really fun build. It's a really quick build, but I really liked the proportions on it. I thought it was really good design, and really excited to build the Spider-Man one and the Miles Morales one. So I think this is kind of a holdover for us until we get into 2023, where I'm really hoping that Lego brings back some helmet sets for Marvel. We got 2 a couple years ago with Venom and Carnage, and then we got the Infinity Gauntlet, and now we have the Nano Gauntlet, but we haven't really gotten another helmet like bust head character for Marvel, and I'm anticipating that we're gonna get something next year. A lot of people have been thinking it's gonna be Star-Lord's helmet for Guardians of the Galaxy, which that would be amazing. I would buy that so quickly, but we'll see, right? So I think this is a really cool subcategory of sets that they're going into, and I'm really excited to see what other characters they make here. I mean, obviously they've done the Spider-Man ones, but I think now they can definitely go into other Marvel characters. There's a lot that they can pick from, so we'll see how that goes. All right, so I'll move some sets around here. The next set I got here was one I bought from Walmart, and story time with this. I bought this set on Walmart.com, and I bought it with the expectation that I was probably going to have to wait a couple days for it. And I bought it, and then once I got the confirmation email, it told me that it was expected the same day that I ordered it. I'm like, well, that must be wrong because I don't know how I can possibly get it the same day I order it, right? Especially if it's from Walmart.com. Well, it turns out that it actually was shipped from a local store near me, and I guess some type of DoorDash or something actually drove it to my house and dropped it off at the front step of my apartment. So that was a little interesting. I picked this up because I got 20% off of the price, which when I first saw this set, I told myself I was only going to get it if it went on sale. I wasn't going to pay full price for it. And that is the Lego Death Star Trash Compactor set. This is the 3rd and final diorama set that I've been looking to pick up. And yeah, was very fortunate to get this. Again, it's at the time of this recording, I believe it's still on sale for at Walmart.com for about $70. Original price is $90, so I think that's a pretty decent deal. And for a set like this, I think that's probably the cheapest it's gonna go. I don't foresee this dropping down further. I mean, this is Lego's like premier set. I don't think they're gonna drop it to 30% off. And even so, we probably won't see that until next November, right? Because this set just came out. But yeah, grab this. This was the one I was least excited about when it came to the diorama sets. I just think the presentation was a little weird, and I don't know. But this will be nice to have. I do have the other vignettes displayed. I'm in my collection here, and or the other diorama sets displayed. So I will be putting this one next to it, and it will look nice to have all three of them together. But you can see here the back. This one does have a play feature, so you can close the trash compactor on itself, and yeah, just a really nice build. I really like these sets that LEGO have been building. The only thing that sucks is I don't know where I'm going to put all of them once I build them, right? So this one I have a plan of where I'm going to put it, but yeah, just so many great sets, just not enough space to put them, right? So I've been having to rotate some stuff out, but there's that. All right. So the last set I got here was really on a whim, and I bought this with the intention of trying to maybe sell the earlier model of this set that came before it. And that is the, wow, this is heavy. That is the LEGO T2 camper van, Volkswagen camper van. This is on sale on Lego.com or Amazon. I picked it up. It was like, I want to say $40 off, which I think is a pretty good deal. So I went ahead and grabbed it. And I do have the older T1 camper van from like 2010 or something like that. It definitely is showing its age. It was a very clunky build to make. I might be looking to sell that just because I don't want to have two of these. And I think this one looks so much better than that one. I think the color scheme is way nicer. This light blue here is very, just pops very nicely. And then the accessories you get here with this, you get a surfboard, you get some beach chairs. I think it's a very aesthetically pleasing set, and I think it's very well designed. I think the interior here is a lot nicer too, a lot more detailed. So I might be looking to part with that older one, we'll see, but yeah, went ahead and picked that up. I don't really buy a lot of the expert like vehicle sets, you know, but recently I found myself buying a lot of them. I mean, I bought that one. I got the Vespa for $20 off at Costco. I mean, that's really the only scenario where I would see myself buying them. Like, I don't think I paid full price for any of these, like even the Fiat here. I didn't pay full price for that either, so I just try to jump on them when there's a deal, but yeah, regardless, that's just the way it is. So yeah, that is my LEGO haul. Was also 13 minutes long, so I apologize for that. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this section of the video, and let's go ahead and get into the outro. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching haul video number 129. Again, I hope you guys have a great holiday season. You know, a lot of good stuff here today, a lot of good building. Definitely setting the stage for myself for a nice no buy July where I can just focus on building sets and getting my backlog down. I don't think it's too backed up yet, but I definitely have some good sets to build from, and plenty of comics to read too. So anyways, guys, hope you have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week, and until next time, I will see you guys on the flip side. Peace.